Hello there, and happy Sunday to you. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin here with a check of the forecast streaming right now on Atlanta News First Plus. And if you need to get a check of the forecast, maybe you have questions about how long this drizzle, this cooler weather is going to stick around, this go around, now is a good time to kind of come on over to your screen. Maybe you've been alerted about this stream on YouTube, if you have the YouTube app, and if you follow Atlanta News First. Or perhaps you have Roku, you have Amazon Fire, you just have to be flipping channels, flipping those lanes, and you came across this stream. Thanks for tuning in and for watching. If this is your first time, again, thank you. If you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, two platforms to best chat back and forth, one of which would be YouTube, the streaming account that we're on right now, Atlanta News First Plus. Give us a like and a follow, but if not, you can just add your question in here. Also, you can text us, 470-777-WANF. That's 470-777-9263. Going to go ahead and take you outside. It's a gloomy one. We have some drizzle out there. This is Marietta Square, again, northwest side of town. And you can see a few folks out there driving out in Marietta Square. Visibility kind of low. Probably some drizzle falling here. Roads aren't too wet, though. Again, it really is just very light drizzle and kind of just contributing to the gloom. But as far as actual impacts to your plans, relatively low on this Sunday. Today, not a first alert weather day, and not everyone is seeing constant drizzle, but there certainly is some occurring. Case in point right now up in Marietta, it is drizzling. There's some fog. You can see it's a little harder to see those trees there and in the distance. We're going to keep the gloom going into the evening, in fact, a little deeper into the evening. In case in point, we're going to hop around live cams here. This is up in Marietta Northwest side. Now we're taking you to the Atlanta News First studio. This is going to be 14th and McCaslin, so we're on the west side of the connector, looking back eastward towards Midtown. And once you're above, floors 20, 30 or so, everything else is kind of socked in the clouds. Case in point, this is the Atlantic Station, one of the taller buildings, and you're completely socked in. No visibility up there. We have drizzle. And if you're above floor 20, 30 or so, you're socked into the clouds, and there really isn't going to be much to change that. In fact, the fog, the cloud base, could get a little lower as we get into the evening hours. Could see that drizzle kind of increase. And maybe some of that visibility, even at the surface, start to lower as we get into the kind of after sunset portion of the evening. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our weather computer now. Again, we are tracking not much actual, puddle-making rain. We do have a little bit of rain off to the east of Atlanta right now. This is kind of a view of all of North Georgia. We'll start with this, looping over the past 45 minutes. Again, temperature stuck in the mid to upper 50s, and just about every community on the map. Eatonton is at 60, Rome is at 60, Thomaston and LaGrange at 61, though the rest of us mid to upper 50s. The steadiest of the drizzle and light rain shower activity has been in east and northeast Georgia. That's no surprise. We were expecting that, and that is how kind of today has come to pass. We had a little bit of drizzle in the city of Atlanta earlier today, and of course we could see some more drizzle. We probably will see some more drizzle as we get into the evening hours, the heart of the evening. 4:35 right now, technically kind of evening, but by 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m., that's when I think we'll start to see a little bit more drizzle build back into the city of Atlanta proper. In fact, I'm going to switch over radar views, and what we're going to do is, what you see on the screen right now, not that much green, but I'm going to transition the radar to a more sensitive mode to better be able to pick up on some of this drizzle. And we're going to go ahead and turn our Birmingham radar side on as well. And you'll notice that there's not too much going on out there, but there is a little bit of moisture here on the west and southwest sides trying to build north and eastward back up into the city of Atlanta, trying to fizzle, or it is fizzling as it tries to move in to the city of Atlanta. But I think radar may be missing some of this just very, very light drizzle and sprinkle activity. So it's possible, through the evening we could see a little more. Just keep that in mind. Don't cancel the plans, but remain aware that we could have some very light shower activity, some more sprinkles, basically just more gloom and chilly conditions. Perfect football watching Sunday weather out there this evening. Hour by hour forecast. Want to take you a little bit deeper into the evening. Temperatures nearly steady. We're not going to cool all that much. Basically, where we are now is where we will stay through the evening hours, 6, 9, midnight, 3 a.m. Temperatures do cool back from the 60s. We've already fallen out of the 60s now. That was at 3 p.m. Now we're at 4:30. We're in the upper 50s. Forecast to remain in the upper 50s past sunset. And if you have later evening plans, maybe Sunday dinner with the family, maybe you have some project, folks are coming over for. Some people have their game nights on Sunday nights, right? And it's going to be a little gloomy out there. Temperatures cool. You'll want the jacket in the upper 50s. And as we go deeper into the forecast, we're going to roll hour by hour here, but kind of take you to a broader picture, not just the city of Atlanta, but all of North Georgia. And notice how lots of clouds, temperatures nearly steady, but the rain, is relatively hit or miss and still really focused east of Atlanta, Athens, Covington, on towards Augusta. That is where the real shower activity will remain. That begins to change, though, as we get into the wee hours of Monday morning. Notice what is moving in from northwest Georgia, really moving in from East Alabama into northwest Georgia. That's ahead of a front. We actually do have another front moving through. It's going to help clear us out. Not initially cool us off, but it will eventually. Kind of the lag time between when the front moves through and when the cooler air, that tangible coolness you're feeling, the breeze, the chillier mornings, arrive in the first alert forecast. And ahead of this front, there will be some heavier rain showers. Now, there could be a rumble or two of thunder, no really organized thunderstorm activity here. But early Veterans Day morning, here we are at 5, 6 a.m., Calhoun, over to Blairsville, down to Dawsonville, maybe Cartersville, getting a little bit of this rain, getting clipped by it, also up in Cherokee County, but mainly our mountain communities, Lumpkin County, City of Dahlonega, Blairsville, Dawsonville, Dawson County, Fannin County, Blue Ridge. That's where you could get a quick little burst of some heavier rain. I would say between 6 and maybe 8 a.m. is going to be our peak rain chance here for those mountain counties. It will tend to weaken this cluster of showers and maybe some brief heavy rain as it moves deeper into North Georgia. And I do think in forecast models very consistent with this idea that the steadiest of the rain, and it won't be an all-day Monday thing by any stretch of the imagination, but if you are commuting Monday, maybe you don't have Veterans Day off, if you're commuting in from the far north metro, if you're going from Atlanta up into the mountains, you could be dealing with some rain before, I would say 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, especially before 8 a.m., and then quickly we're fizzling that rain chance. We're breaking out into sunshine as we get into the afternoon, Veterans Day afternoon. Will be stunning. High temperatures in the upper 60s and the 70s. Lots of sunshine. So as gloomy as today has been, as gloomy and murky and gray as today and this afternoon has been, the opposite tomorrow. Bluer sky, sunshine. Sunshine pushing temperatures back into the upper 60s and 70s versus the mid-upper 50s with our kind of wedge of cool air that has settled back into North Georgia today. Let's bring you into the work week. Tuesday, not bad at all. 50s in the morning with clear skies, so that means mountains probably in the 40s. Our cooler metro spots, our suburbs, probably also waking up to upper 40s. We rebound back into the 70s Tuesday afternoon. Nice day Tuesday. Wednesday looking mostly nice. So you're going to notice more clouds moving in, and by Wednesday evening, more so Wednesday night, our next rain chance arrives. Temperatures kind of chilly leading up to this as well. Mid to upper 60s Wednesday. Some may stay if we time this rain out just right and we see as much rain as what is possible, not necessarily in the forecast. Again, a 40% chance of rain right now. We're going to keep, amounts light and coverage scattered. Once again, not everyone's seeing rain, but it's possible we could see this forecast trend a little bit wetter for the day Thursday. If it does look like your Thursday will be significantly impacted, meaning you have to shift around the plans, or maybe your commute's going to be extra slow because we're dealing with rain. If it's anything like that, we'll put on that first alert weather day. But right now, models, a little inconsistent with the idea here, and we could have a period of scattered rain move through, but it doesn't mean it's going to be all that impactful. I think there will be at least be some rain, but we could see that forecast trend wetter. And of course, we'll give you the first alert right here, streaming on Atlanta News First Plus, on Atlanta News First, in the First Alert Weather app. In fact, after this, I'm going to record a video and put it right in the First Alert Weather app, talking about many of the same things that we're discussing here. Behind Thursday's front, gorgeous heading into next weekend. High temperatures Friday. Talk about a perfect fall Friday. 40s in the morning, 60s to near 70 in the afternoon. Sunshine, low humidity, light breeze. It's going to be a stunner of a next Friday coming up in that first alert 7-day forecast. And we keep it nice, though a little bit milder as we get into Saturday and especially Sunday afternoons. And it does look like a potential for a much stronger front, maybe something feeling a little more winter-like as we get into early, early the following week, the following Monday into Tuesday. And a reminder that you can check out that 10-day forecast at atlantanewsfirst.com and in the First Alert weather app, in addition to the video we're about to put in there. Want to remind you, no early evening newscasts. We're preempted by sports on CBS. We're doing our 4:30 Atlanta News First Plus stream right now. Back with Joylyn Nakrin at 8 p.m. for another Atlanta News First Plus stream. We'll have your video updates in the First Alert weather app, and then we will be on tonight at Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate, and then back on for the late news, hopefully on time tonight. Fingers crossed. We might be a few minutes late, actually, as we get into the 11 because of programming, but I think we should only be about 10 minutes late. So you may notice the evening newscast, now that I think about it, may start more so around 11:10 versus 11. So if you can't stay up with us, there are plenty of ways. There are many, many ways to still get the First Alert forecast. Again, hopefully you're able to get outside and enjoy. If you love the gloom, if you love the cool weather, if you love that kind of fall vibe, forecast certainly abiding by that trend and that kind of fall rule today. And if you want to just stay inside, cozy up, enjoy just looking outside at the gloom and the pops of fall color, which are extra noticeable on a gray day like today, I hope you enjoy your evening doing that as well. Again, next check of the forecast streaming right here on Atlanta News First Plus at 8 p.m.